I'm reading from my collected poems 1970-2005 brought out by Penguin India. And the first poem I'll read is called Easy and Difficult Animals, and it's addressed to my late wife Khurshid. I used to start my readings with this poem formally also. You have no problems such as mine. You do not cower from your own thoughts. It doesn't frighten you, the iron edge awaking from its rust, the crawl of oxidized dreams in lonely hours. Where do you get your insights from and your simple words? Teaching our daughter that day you said, some dreams are animals, some dreams are birds. The moon face was either turned towards light or away from it. Dark fruit, incandescent fruit. Your distinctions were a knife that went cutting to the root. You divided in two this animal delirium that we call life into easy animals and difficult animals. All that moved on legs, flew on wings, crawled on the belly, inhaled through fins, hedgehog and weasel and polecat, all that went to the taxidermist, marmot and buzzard and bat, you lumped together as easy animals and pitched against this menagerie, this one solitary cry, the one difficult animal that was I. I'm going to read the poem Epiphany. The traveler speaks to the Lama, and the traveler has been going over the mountains, and this is, it's sited near Ladakh, obviously. The walnut tree in front of the Gampa was on fire, but not the willow. Red-robed boys ushered into premature monkhood had stopped playing at dusk fell when I startled the Lama with a series of questions. After 40 years in the monastery, have you ever received a sign? In some odd moment, has the shadow of the Sakyamuni fallen like a cloak on your shoulders? He stopped twirling his prayer wheel. You are talking of an instant, aren't you? A rare moment of light that fills your being. I nodded. He thought a little while. Just once, he said. It was about to snow, and I saw the snow leopard, smoky grey, his spots still distinct in the murk. He looked at me. The solitude of Ladakh, of wilderness and winter, was in his eyes. The air turned frost-brittle. Something broke somewhere in the sky bowl, and the snow came down, but the leopard couldn't care. It fell on his face, ran down his eyes like candle wax, but he kept looking at each other till the landscape shrank. And I prayed to the guardians of the four quarters to guard not just me and the Gampa from evil, but also valley, willow, walnut and leopard. Cover his tracks from the hunter's eyes. Cover his hide against buckshot and lead. It has stayed with me, this memory filtered by dust, this moment leavened by snow. I'm going to read a poem from a new volume I'm putting together, and it is called Naropa's Wife. And Naropa was one of the greatest saints of Tibet. And Milarepa and Naropa are very great names in Tibetan mysticism. But he left his wife after 8 years of marriage. And this is a sort of a monologue from the side of the wife. Naropa's Wife. I never heard of the soul's call. not even when I married him at 16. Bird calls and the call of the heart, yes, but not this. 8 years he reveled in my body and my love. Then I noticed his heart, or was it his soul? I'm getting confused, withdrawing. I could feel the spasms of his coiled silences. The call of a nowhere near nirvana got to him, and the call of the ochre dust. Not bits like the prayer wheel, but meditation, trance, dharma, penance, dangerous words all. One day he said, I must leave. I was used to his talk of ephemera and illusion, the two words tangled in such a knot that I didn't know which was which. I will say to the world, he went on, that women only beguile, they are swamp, deception. When he spoke these very words to our parents, I echoed him. He was preaching, not making excuses. Illusion and ephemera walked in again as ever. I lowered my head and said I was worthless. He took the road, I took the goat track to solitude. But my solitude was not ephemera. Actually, this poem, or rather Naropa's wife, duplicates in a way how Lord Buddha also left his wife and his family and took the road to, well, nirvana. That's the best we can do.